Greetings. So to continue with what we were doing previously, still on a tangency problem, we move on to the next exercise, which is the second one over here. So let's do that. We can add a note or a dimension. Sorry, you can add a circle and write 1 in it, but we'll be doing that when we are done with all the exercises. So let's do the second one. I'm going to move it a little bit up. I'm using the middle mouse button, so you just press hold or pan. So I just pan it up. So if you don't have a mouse, you can just turn on the navigation bar and just click on this on here to just pan. Because I have a mouse button, I don't need to. So I have a mouse, I don't need to turn in that on. So let's start. Still using the constructional lines as we all start with. So I'm going to switch to construction. And you can see that some default layers have been created. It's because I added the cross center line. It also has its own layers and the dimensions. So all of these have their own layers and they've all been created automatically. So don't be scared with that. So let's do what we're doing. Construction, then I'll move on to line. Oh, am I turning off something? Let me turn it on. So it was off, so we just turn it on again. Click on line. You can actually position it anywhere. So I'm drawing this baseline from here to here, like the way we did for the previous one. So click on the space and position, make sure it's horizontal, and write the magnitude 38. Enter. Then you hit enter again to exit the line command, or you can hit escape. Any of them work better. So I'm going to use, because these are constructional lines, I can just ignore them because I'm going to turn that layer off. So I don't need to worry about these lines intersecting. Or better still, you can move it away from this one so that you don't get confused. Any of that is better. So I'm going to use the offset again. So I'm going to offset a distance of 13 because we have a radius of 13 here. So from here to here will be 13. So I hit the offset on the modify section on the home tab ribbons. Hit offset. You input the offset distance, which will be 13. Hit enter. Then you click on the line. Then you position it either above it or below it. Right? So I'm going to go above. The offset command is done. So I'll hit escape or enter to exit from the command. Then the next is to add these circles, right? So I can choose to add more constructional lines, but because I have these endpoints, I can choose to also ignore it. So let's ignore it. But I'll make sure you switch the layer back to the outline. Then I'll hit the circle command, stand on the endpoint, a radius of 13, because I'm using the object snap. It has already snapped to the endpoint of the line, the first constructional line we created. We can still type in the 13 and hit enter again because that's the previous command we just added. The moment you hit enter after a previous command, it will automatically make you access the previous command you've used. So stand here again and another 13. That is from here to here. As I said previously, some of the tangency problem, the software would be able to work on it for you, right? So let's draw a line from here, this endpoint to this endpoint, because the construction line are going to turn them off. Then we go to circle. We are still in the home tab, still on the home tab. I'm going to use circle to draw this arc or this circle. We are going to use circle, but this time we are not going to use the ordinary circle. We're going to use the tan radius, right? Because this is a tangency problem. The main reason why we didn't do that for the first one was because it's touching a point. The tangency starts from a point here. So with that, if we select these lines, it won't make it the way we want it. So that this arc will be around this side. That's why we didn't do that. But because we have two objects, which are basically these two circles, you can basically just go in for the tan radius. And on the home tab, the draw section, you see we have a lot of options for circles, just that by the default is center radius, and that is what we've been using so far. But we have other options. We have the center diameter, we have the 2 points, we have the 3 points, we have the tan radius, and we have the tan. Tan basically means tangent, tangent, tangent. So you select three objects, and the software will make all of them, will generate a circle that is tangential to all the three objects we've selected. And have the tan radius. That's what we'll be using, because we want the circle we'll be drawing to be tangential to some objects, and we want to specify a radius to that, right? Can just click on it, and there's also some shortcuts here. So you can see straight from, let me move this a little bit up, from your command line, that they will tell you to specify the first object, because we are in a tan radius. So let me exit from the circle command, right? The shortcut for circle is C, then enter. So when you hit C on AutoCAD and you hit enter, you have access to the circle command. And because I selected the tan radius, basically that is, so currently they are telling me to specify the center point for a circle, right? Which means they are still sticking with the default center radius. So if I want tan radius and I don't want to go through the home tab and all of those stuff, I can just come here and just hit tan radius here. So they will now tell me to specify my first object, right? So I'll just select this object, my first circle. The second circle will be this circle, and their radius is 38. So I'll just come here, click 38, enter. So one thing we can see is that it's not orienting the circle, it's not orienting in the position we want it to be, right? Because we want it this way, but this time it's going this way. So anytime that happens, you just click on the circle and you delete it, and you perform the same operation again, right? But this time you make sure you're orienting the crosshair in the desired direction. So I'm going to explain that. So to go back to the circle command again, you hit enter again. Because I used delete. So what I did was I selected the circle and hit the delete button on my keyboard. The delete key on my keyboard. You can also use the trim, but I think that delete is the best one and the fastest one here. So on your arrow keys, when you hit the top arrow and the down arrow, the top arrow will make you go back to some previous commands you've used. Then you hit enter. Because I want the circle, I'm going to hit the tan radius again. I'm going to select these objects again, and the first one I oriented my mouse, my crosshair this way. This time let's move it upwards, then specify the radius, and you can see it has changed to this side. This is not what we still want, because I selected this around this side. So let's delete it again, go back, select around, select the tan radius, select this side, and specify a diameter of about 38, enter, and now we have it. So you select this object here around this side, and this one too around this side. Then you position the mouse pointer or the crosshair in the opposite direction of where you want the center point of your new circle, your tangential circle to be, right? Then everything will be fine. So it's not difficult. So if you are doing it and you are getting a lot of challenges, you try to reorient it, right? And everything will be fine. So after this, we now go on and use our trim tool to trim it. So we are going to use the trim tool on the modify section of the home tab. We click trim and just trim the unwanted objects or the unwanted lines. So that is done, and as I said previously, we go back and we add our geometries, our crosshair. So from observation, I'm sure you all can see that the circle has changed to the tangent radius after we added a tangent radius circle option. We come here, we add our cross center line circle, hit it, and you just span it a little bit, right? Hit enter to bring that same command again. Just click on this endpoint and you just, let's reduce this a little bit. Yeah. So you can go back and just turn off the layer for construction line, and we can add our dimension. So you go to annotate, you hit the power, right? Just add from here, this endpoint to this endpoint, position it 38. Yes, that's what we were expecting. Close it. Next is to select the arc. So I'm still in the power dimensioning. I just hit enter, and after the line you hit enter, it will give you access to select other objects. So you hit enter again, and you can see that select arc, circle, line, or dimension, right? So I'll select this one too again, and enter, double hit the enter, then we are done. So with this layer, you can see the yellow is not that matching with the background, right? But I think with this we can manage this for a while. So I think these dimensions are basically by default.